up guys, Sebastian here from Walker's Vintage. Today we'll be talking about stacking gain pedals the Nashville way. So what we got right here is a pedal platform style rig that consists of a loud amplifier and then using incremental levels of gain through pedals that are gonna give you a wide range all the way from clean to high gain distortion. And this setup is popularized mainly by Nashville session musicians, and it all starts with a foundational overdrive, which in this case is the STO by Way Huge. This is based on the classic Nobles or the R1 that was popularized by players like Tom Bukovac, for example. And it's an overdrive that is what we like to call amp-like, because it has a sound that once you turn it on, you don't notice a huge difference from the original sound of the amplifier. That's because the pedal has a big bass response with a high end that is not too spiky, and it sort of like respects the natural EQ curve of your amp. This is especially true with Fender style amplifiers, which is what the Two-Rock Classic Reverb is based on. So just for starters, let's hear what the clean sound sounds like. And then with the STO. So as you can see, it's a very dynamic pedal, meaning that you can go from almost clean to, a very saturated sound with simply your playing dynamics. If you roll up the volume, it's almost as if the pedal wasn't there. It's what I like to call transparent dash amp-like overdrives. The magic happens once you start to add more pedals on top of that. What we have next is the Prince of Tone. This is the new MXR mini version. And this is a pedal that has a bit more of that Marshall-y bite. It cuts a bit of low end, it makes your sound a bit tighter, and it just introduces a bit more of a saturated response around the mids that by itself sounds like this. Also a very dynamic pedal, but very different sounding than the STO. And as you can tell, it's not transparent at all. But when you put it together, that's where you really start to hear what this video is all about. It sounds really good. Both pedals complement each other really well. The Prince of Tone is adding enough gain and saturation where now you start to get a really nice crunchy sound that is still very dynamic. If you roll your volume, I don't think you can go to all the way clean, but you can definitely get some pretty cool edge of breakup glassy tones that are some of my favorite sounds on this rig. And again, everything is incremental. And then finally, once you jump over to the Echoplex preamp, which will be our boost, this is a very special type of boost because it's not a flat response. It gives you a bit more of a low-mid response that I feel like it just really helps your solo stick out in the band mix, and it just fattens it up just enough that it feels really good under your hands, and sonically it fits perfect where you want the solo to be in the mix. It sounds like this. it just sounds amazing. And to be able to go from all the way clean to this massive high gain tone with just 3 gain pedals, to me it's just fascinating. So yeah, this is sort of like the secret of how a lot of the pro guys do it. If you ever have to play with that backline amp, for example, as long as the amp is clean and loud enough, you really sound pretty much the same. So yeah, this is sort of like the best of both worlds, having a pedal board with multiple options of drives that then you can stack and get that dynamic feel out of them. And then a variety of different amps is sort of like the ideal rig for the recording musician that requires all of those colors. So yeah, I love this. The guitar that we're using for the demo is a PRS Custom 22. I think it looks awesome, and most importantly, it just plays really well. Something about PRSs and their necks, it's just amazing the way they build them. They're super consistent, and this one happens to sound fantastic. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to find out more about this rig, the links will be down below in the description. Check out our website, waltgracevintage.com. In there we have a ton of cool stuff, from cars to guitars, coffee, and watches. If you guys want to support the channel, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And for more content like this, you can follow us on Instagram at @waltgracevintage. My name is Sebastian. Until next time.